Alright, what's going on everyone? Captain here, back with another Pokemon Go video. Today we've got a Pokemon Go update video. The new swiping system in Pokemon Go PvP has just been implemented into the game, so I've been spending the last few hours trying to figure out how to get these excellence for every single type, guys. So in this video, I'm going to go type by type, breaking it down, showing you where you need to tap, where you need to swipe, and how simple each one is. Some are more difficult than others, but some of them are pretty straightforward. So guys, if you get to the end of this video and it helps you out, hit that like button, hit subscribe for more Pokemon Go content coming on the channel, guys. So let's go ahead and get down to business and jump into the first type here with the normal class. Representing the normal class, I went in with Vigoroth, and here you can go, you see these normal bubbles kind of just appearing on the screen. They do appear in the same pattern every time, kind of in the four corners with a couple random ones in the middle. So the first one is the upper right, then you have to go swipe down, swipe to the middle, over, down, up, down again, up to the middle, down to the bottom right, and that is it. Showing it one more time. If you guys need to go back on any of these, go ahead, rewind it, go over it. You can mute me if you don't want to hear me talking. Just watch the video, guys. You'll figure out the patterns for that one. The normal one's kind of funky. Coming up next, we have fighting type. Kario going in here. A lot of bubbles just popping up in the middle kind of randomly, and you kind of just have to spam your finger around the middle of the screen. No real pattern that I could find on this one, but you can see it's pretty straightforward. They're all kind of close together. Pretty simple to get it up to the excellent on this one. You just kind of got to be quick and move your finger around and make sure you hit them all. You can miss up to one of these bubbles and still get an excellent in my testing so far. I think that's what it is, but you definitely want to try to hit all of them just to confirm that you get it. So there you go. That is the fighting class. Coming up next, we have flying, and we're going in with Skarmory on this one. This one was a little more difficult. Took me a while to get it down. It's like a swooping motion coming from the right side. So I figured out if I hold my finger to the left, I can kind of watch the flow of it and kind of catch it, and then slowly I kind of work my way into the middle. So start on the far left, move it into the middle as you get close, as they come closer to you, and you can kind of hit them. They're not that far apart. There's just a couple there at the very beginning that are a little more spread apart, so I liked having that little bit of space to gauge it by starting on the far left of the screen and working my way to the middle. Up next, we have the poison class going in with Venomoth here, and it's a lot of bubbles kind of close together in the center of the screen on the lower half. So you kind of just do a small, quick little circle with your finger there, as you can see on the right side there. It's pretty easy to get it. You kind of got to go quick on this one, but they are pretty close together, so not too difficult to get on this one. Time for the ground type. We've got Marshtomp here with Mud Bomb, and it's a slow swipe across the bottom of the screen. You can spam it super quick and try to get the excellence, but I found if you kind of just take it a little bit slower, it's pretty easy. You can hit them all right at their peak. So that's kind of what I was trying to do. I'd start my finger on, if you see that white line on the far left of the screen, I'd kind of start my finger right there and then just swipe it straight across as they started popping up. And I found that to be the easiest method, so it's not super frantic and just kind of slow and steady. That's kind of what I tried to go for with most of these, is going nice and smooth. So next we got rock class going in with my legacy rock slide Graveler. He has mud shot as well. This is one of the more easy classes, the rock one. If you played Fruit Ninja, guys, you are going to be just fine in this one. You just swipe down, swipe up, swipe across. It's pretty straightforward. I don't think I need to break this one down much. I just kind of was glad I got to show off this legacy Graveler with double legacy moves. He's so much fun to play with. I like this guy. Next, we have the bug class going in with Beedrill, and for this one, you just want to place your finger in the center of the screen, kind of right on your Pokemon, and slowly move it up and down. You see I missed one there, but still got the excellence. Another fairly simple one. One of the easier ones, I would say. You can put your finger a slight more to the right if you just want to, like I did with the earlier flying one where you started on the further left. You can kind of play a little bit more on the right side of the screen, so you can see the line there for the bug, little bubbles popping up there, but it's a pretty easy one. Like I said, just put your finger in the center of the screen and you just got to move it up and down just a little bit and you should be good to go. For the ghost class, here we go. We've got Haunter, and he is one of my favorites. But here we go. It's a pretty simple one. You just do a big circle, kind of ovalish, starting on the top, kind of in the middle of the screen, and then go to the bottom. There's 2 that are going to spawn at the top, and then 3 at the bottom each time. See, I just do kind of, like I said, a big circle oval. And it hits them all pretty easily, and it's fairly smooth. It's not too difficult. Once you get the timing on this, you just kind of constantly keep moving that finger around, and you should get the timing down after a few tries. For the steel, going in with Scizor here, my shiny one. Not the best IVs, but hey, it's shiny, so I figured why not. And again, this is like the rock class, fairly simple. If you played Fruit Ninja again, this one's going to be no problem for you. Just swipe across the screen. There's even that animation that literally shows you the line of where you're supposed to go. So this one, again, pretty self-explanatory. Don't need to go into detail much on this one. Moving on to the fire class, we have Blaziken here, and this one is just a small tight circle right on top of your Pokemon. You can see all those little fire bubbles pop up really close together, so if you just simply spin your finger around super fast right on top of your Pokemon, you'll hit them all pretty easily every time. It's one of the easier ones I felt. You see there's like one bubble at the top at the beginning that goes off to the left, but even if you miss that one, as long as you hit the rest of them, you're going to be doing just fine. That brings us to the water class now, going in with Blastoise. This one's similar to the flying one, but it's slower and a lot easier to time. It's almost from the same angle, it just goes straight down instead of from side to side, a little side to side, but more downward angle than the flying class, and it seems to come a little bit slower than the flying one. So if you can master the flying one, you should master the water type, no problem. It's pretty straightforward. For the grass class, we have Grovyle going in, and if you could do the bug one, again, we've got another similar one here with the grass. Coming from the same side, just a little more spread out, so you kind of got to move your finger up and down a little bit more. But again, put your finger in the center of the screen and just go up and down, follow the line, and you should be good to go. Not too much going on here with the grass one. I do want to say that I am a big fan of this so far. I like it a lot. I should have said this at the beginning, but I had a lot of fun going through all my testing and figuring out each one of these, seeing all the animations that comes up in them. I think it's really cool. I think they did a fantastic job with the design of this. How it's going to show up in competitive mode, we'll see. I have a tournament tomorrow, but let's go ahead and get on to the next class. We have the electric, going in with a Alolan Raichu. This one, at first, I was kind of frantic. I was like, oh my gosh, what do I do? And then I realized I just have to tap my screen and swipe from side to side. So my starting point, again, looking at that white line across the bottom, right when it meets the dirt on the left side, that's where I start my finger. And then as the first one gets to me, I just swipe to the right, swipe to the left, swipe to the right, swipe to the left, and so on until I get all the way up. They do come fairly quickly, so you got to be quick on it. But again, it's another one. Once you get the timing, it's going to be pretty smooth going forward for you. For the Psychic class, we're going in with the Fence Form Deoxys. This one, when I first saw it, I'm like, whoa. I felt like I was spamming the screen all over the place, and then I realized it's just going in a circle, and I found out if you look at in the background of the battle, you see that grouping of trees. That is your starting point. Right above your Pokemon's head, you want to start your finger on the base of those trees. Once the bubbles start popping up, just go in a circle, and the circle slowly gets smaller and smaller in the logo of the Psychic class. So just kind of keep that in mind. Make sure you get your starting point there at the base of the trees, follow it around, and once you get that, it's pretty easy. It goes kind of quick, but not too bad. Next, we have the Ice class going in with Frostlass, and Rinse and repeat, guys. We've got another easy one. If you played Fruit Ninja, you just go side to side. You don't even need to lift your finger up. For most of these, actually, you don't even need to lift your finger up. That's kind of the nice thing that I found. And this one, yeah, just side to side, a couple angled ones. Nothing too difficult here. But yeah, Ice type, a pretty easy one. Representing the Dragons, we have Charizard going in with the Dragon Claw. And this animation is basically looks like a Draco Meteor is hitting the screen. A pretty easy one. They are in little circles of 5. And you just want to do little small circles kind of in the center of the screen. Again, if you can do it up a little bit higher if you want. A pretty easy one to see, but again, really cool animation. I'm really loving these guys. This one, I mean, it looks like a Draco Meteor. I think that's fantastic. Well done on the creators there. Second to last, we have the Dark class going in with Drapion and Crunch. Another circle, a little bit bigger of a circle, kind of like a medium-sized one, I'd say. You want to basically start it in the center of the screen and then just simply go in a circle once it pops up. Pretty straightforward here with Drapion. Your starting point is a little bit above the Pokemon, or depending on what the Pokemon is, I guess. And again, you can look at for those trees in the background to get a gauge on where you should start. So you kind of want to just aim a little bit below that. The first bubbles don't spawn as high up as the trees. But yeah, there you go. That's the Dark. Then finally we have the Fairy class, and once again we have another circle, and we're back to looking at those trees in the background. On that line, start your finger just a little below it, kind of at the top of your Pokemon's head, and then simply go in a circle once again, almost the same size as the Dark one. So pretty much if you can do the Dark one, you can do the Fairy one, and that's going to do it, guys. So there you have it, guys. That is every class for this new Pokemon Go PvP swiping method. I do want to mention as well that each class has the same animation for each move. It doesn't change move to move within the class, only from type to type. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to mention. I forgot to say that at the beginning. But guys, I hope this helped you out. If it did, let me know down in the comments below which one were you struggling with. Did my tips help you out? If they did, let me know. I'd love to hear it, guys. But if you did enjoy the video, hit the like button again, hit subscribe. Check out the channel. I've got some other Pokemon Go related videos on the channel. I attended Pokemon Go Fest in Chicago this year, so I've got all the footage from that. So make sure to go check it out, guys. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time.